much indeed. Hello, I'm Alexander Armstrong, and a very warm welcome to Pointless, the quiz where knowing the obvious is a disadvantage. Let's meet today's players. And couple number one.
I'm Angela, and this is Michael, my partner, and we're from Bexhead-on-Sea in East Sussex.
Couple number two.
Hello, I'm Anthony. This is my daughter Daisy, and we're from Beckenham in London.
Couple number three.
Hello, I'm Matty, and this is my mum Jeanette, and we're from near Norwich.
And finally, couple number four.
I'm Matt, this is my partner Kyle, and we're from London.
And these are today's contestants. Thank you very much, all of you. Very warm welcome to the show. Lovely to have you with us. That just leaves one more person for me to introduce. His blood group is OMG. It's my pointless friend. It's Richard.
Hiya. Hey, everybody. Welcome. Hello there.
Hello.
Matty and Jeanette, back for their final show 3 for them. And on the last show, one of those rare honours of Matty gave us a pointless answer, and then they joined the 200 Club in the second round. So literally anything could happen in the next 45 minutes on Podium 3. Michael and Angela, welcome back. Got through to the head-to-head last time as well. And welcome to our 2 new pairs. Lovely to have you here. What a run we are on at the moment, though.
I know.
4 jackpot wins in a row. Can we see 5? We've seen it before. Very best of luck to everybody.
So, as you gather, Pippa and Alana won the jackpot last time, which means we start off with a nice fresh jackpot, fresh out the box, £1,000. There we are. Right, if everyone's ready, let's play Pointless. The pair with the highest score at the end of each round will be eliminated. That is all you have to know. Best of luck to all 4 pairs. Our first category today is Olympians. Who's going to go first? Who's going to go second? Decide amongst yourselves. And whoever's going first, please step up to the podium. OK, and the question concerns multiple Olympic gold medal winners and their sports. Richard.
Yep, we're going to show you the names of 7 athletes on each board who've each won more than 1 Olympic gold. We'll also show you the Olympics in which they won their first gold, but which sports did they win their gold medals in, please? 7 on the first board, 7 on the second, 14 in all to have a go at home.
Thank you very much indeed. So we're looking for the sports in which these people won their gold medals. Here's our first board of 7. We've got Nadia Comaneci, Montreal, 1976. Michael Phelps, Athens, 2004. Andy Murray, London, 2012. Steve Redgrave, Los Angeles, 1984. Ben Ainsley, Sydney, 2000. Piros Dimas, Barcelona, 1992. And Lizzie Yarnold, Sochi, 2014. There we go. Michael, welcome back. Tell us more about yourself, Michael.
Well, much to a lot of people's dismay, I'm a huge Liverpool fan. Liverpool Football Club.
Oh, everyone's dismayed. They just assume? What, because you're Scottish, maybe?
No, it's my manager in work. He's a big other Reds fan, let's just put it that way.
OK, I see.
He always calls the last league win that we had tainted.
Wow.
Yes. I'm waiting until they actually win another one, but I'll probably be too old to even talk by then.
Michael, who are you going to go for?
I'm going to go for Michael Phelps and swimming.
Michael Phelps, swimming. Let's see how many of our 100 people said swimming for Michael Phelps. It's right, and it takes you down to 61. Not bad. It's a solid start.
23 gold medals Michael Phelps has won. If he was a country, he would have been 16th on the medal table in 2004, and he would have been 10th in 2008.
I mean, presumably, if he were to wear all his gold medals, he wouldn't be able to...
He wouldn't be able to swim, that's for sure.
That's for sure.
Yeah.
He'd be straight at the bottom.
He'd have to go to the diving.
Yes. Thank you very much indeed, Richard. And now then, Anthony, welcome to Pointless. Great to have you here. Tell us all about yourself.
I'm Anthony. I'm retired, semi-retired advertising executive. I spend my time mostly now with my family, working on my house, and I help out some charities every now and then.
When you say semi-retired, is that because advertising executives never really retire?
Well,
They've always...
I've got projects on the go.
Yes,
like working
exactly.
houses and stuff like that. I do have bits and bobs, so...
Oh, well,
but
that's
generally,
nice.
not much.
Anthony, what are you going to go for on our board?
Having a look at the board, I think Nadia Comaneci, she was a gymnast, so gymnastics.
Nadia Comaneci, gymnastics, says Anthony. Let's see if it's right. Let's see how many of our 100 people said it. Gymnastics is exactly right. 61 is the only score we have, and you pass it, Anthony. Look at that, 42. Very good indeed.
Well played, Anthony. Yeah, scored the first ever Olympic perfect 10, Nadia Comaneci on the uneven bars. Won 5 gold medals in all at Montreal and Moscow.
Thank you very much, Richard. Matty, we have heard about your crown green bowling.
Not
No.
green. Long green bowling.
Long green.
Flat green.
Flat green. Luckily, I've got Jeanette here to keep me right. Phew. Flat. What's the difference between flat green and crown green, Matty?
Flat green is flat, and crown green, you've got about a foot or so in the middle, a little bit of a hump, so it goes up and down.
But crown green
Yeah,
has
crown
a
green.
crown.
It's more up north, isn't it? Crown
Yes.
green, and it's got a hump in the middle of the green. Flat green is what you'd see most commonly on television.
OK, I see. So flat green is what you do.
Yeah.
Very good.
On the board,
Yes.
we're looking, and 1 is a very risky, and I'm not going to bother because I don't want to risk another 100. So I'm just going to be completely safe and say Andy Murray, tennis.
You see, safe in this game. Safe can, yeah, safe
is
is
better than
not,
100.
it doesn't mean what you think it means. Safe is, yeah, because going for something that's quite obvious can be quite dangerous. Let's see how safe Andy Murray is. How many of our 100 people said tennis? 88.
Right? Not 100.
It's not 100. There we are.
Yeah, won in London and Rio, first person to defend an Olympic singles title.
Thank you very much, Richard. Kyle, welcome to Point. It's great to have you here, Kyle. Tell us all about yourself.
So I'm Kyle from West London, and I'm an estate agent looking after West London prime real estate.
Well, I mean, what an extraordinary few years you must have had doing that. I mean, quite a lot of time just drinking coffee, waiting for the phone to ring, I'm guessing. And then you've had a few sort of fevered moments, I should think, of frantically selling houses.
Yeah, at the moment it's got very, very busy, so it's quite surprising, really.
What are your interests, Carl?
So in my spare time I like to collect antiques. So when I go travelling, Matthew and I will go out and we'll find a souvenir. And we tend to try and find a little antique shop and collect random taxidermy and pretty anything as a souvenir.
OK, good. Good stuff. Now, Kyle, you're the last person to have this board. Why not talk us through it? Fill in all those blanks.
Not a Scooby at all. I'm going to have to take a guess on Pyrrhos Dimas in Barcelona. I'm going to say fencing.
Pyrrhos Dimas. OK, let's see if it's right. Let's see how many of our 100 people said Pyrrhos Dimas fencing. Well,
No idea.
there we are. It was worth taking a punt. I'm afraid it's wrong. Scores you 100 points, but you're not too far ahead there.
Yeah, you've got to give it a go as well. And his is the name that looks most like one of the 3 Musketeers. I will give you that. Fencing, not a bad guess. Actually, Pyrrhos Dimas is the best answer on the board, and he's a weightlifter. Pyrrhos Dimas. Well done if you said that at home. 4 points. Steve Redgrave.
Rowing.
Rower. Absolutely. So Steve Redgrave would have scored you 55. Ben Ainsley.
Sailing.
Sailing. And that would have scored you 27. And Lizzie Yarnall, do you know that? She's Winter Olympic.
No.
Her event was the skeleton. And she would have scored you 11 points. Well done if you said that.
Thank you very much indeed, Richard. Well, we are halfway through the round. Let's have a quick look at those scores. We start at 42. Very well done indeed. Anthony and Daisy looking very strong. 61's where we find Michael and Angela. 88's where we find Matty and Jeanette. And 100 is where we find Kyle and Matt. So, Matt, you're not way ahead, but you know what you have to do. Nice low score from the new board. Good luck. We're going to come back down the line now. Will the second players please step up to the podium? Let us put 7 more athletes who are multiple gold medal winners on the board, and here they are. We want to know what their sports were. Jade Jones, London 2012. Michael Jordan, Los Angeles 1984. Shaun White, Turin 2006. Valentina Vezzali, Atlanta 1996. Laura Trott, London 2012. Felix Savon, Barcelona 1992. And Usain Bolt, Beijing 2008. Matt, welcome. Tell us all about yourself, Matt.
Yep, so I'm originally from Gloucester and now live in London where I work as a business analyst.
What sort of businesses do you analyse?
I work for a university.
I see. Very good indeed. What are your interests, Matt?
So I like kind of cooking, collecting antiques, I like reading.
What is the weirdest antique you've got?
We have a taxidermy mouse that hangs in our fireplace off our taxidermy antlers.
Off the taxidermy antlers, which are attached to the taxidermy rhinoceros. Don't ask, long story. Wow, taxidermy mouse. Is it doing anything in a
It's
sort of
hanging
Victorian
by its
way?
tail.
Hanging by its tail. And with its hands just going, ah,
Yeah,
or
exactly that pose.
I'm wondering if Kyle was showing someone around a property which had a taxidermy mouse hanging in the fireplace. You might say, I wonder if you just move that before we have the viewing.
Yeah. Now then, Matt, you are the high scorers at the moment on 100, so we need a low score from you. What are you going to go for?
Well, I only heard of 2 of them, but
Okay.
I think they'll be obvious and the high scorers. Let's guess that Laura Trott is a cyclist. Why not?
Why not? What a stab in the dark that
If you're
might
gonna
be.
go out high.
OK, no red line as you are currently the high scorers. Laura Trott, cyclist. Could it really be? Absolutely right. There we are, 34. Matt, best score of the round so far, taking your total up to 134.
Yeah, very nicely done. Yeah, 2 separate goals at 2 separate Olympics as well for Laura Trott. Laura Kenny, as she is now.
Thank you very much indeed, Richard. Now then, Jeanette, welcome back. We know that you are retired now. Tell us more about what you used to get up to in your pre-retirement days, Jeanette.
Back in the 70s, I was a landlady in a village pub.
Were you a no-nonsense landlady? You don't need to answer that question.
I had
Terrifying.
lots. No, I wasn't. I got
Really?
on very well, and I'm still friends with lots of the customers. We had dart team, and I won the landlady's trophy
Good.
for the area. So
Very good. How long were you landlady?
12 years.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Now, Jeanette, you're on 88. You have to score 45 or less. What are you going to go for?
I'll have to say Usain Bolt. Athletics. Running.
Usain Bolt, athletics, your first answer. We'll take that. There is your red line. Can you get below that red line with Usain Bolt, athletics? Up there with Andy Murray. I'm afraid it's exactly the same score as Matty.
Yeah, nice way to finish your 3rd show, at least with 88 points each. That's lovely. Just looking at Matt and Kyle on the last podium, just cannot believe their luck they got through to the next round. Very chuffed.
Thanks very much indeed, Richard. Now, Daisy, welcome to the show.
Hello.
Great to have you here. Tell us all about yourself.
Well, I work in advertising at the minute. I follow
Did you
on
have
from
a
my dad.
choice?
No, not really.
You've grown up with advertising all
Yeah.
around you,
Yeah.
presumably.
So when I finished university, it was like, what can I do now? So advertising, and he wants me to become the next prodigy.
Very good. Which side? You're on the creative side.
No, so I work in getting the adverts onto television. So.
I see. OK, very good. Now, Daisy, you're on 42. You are through to the next round, whatever you score.
fantastic.
But I imagine you've got a good answer.
No.
OK.
The only other one I know is Michael Jordan and basketball.
Michael Jordan, basketball.
Apparently not.
Oh, well, we'll find out. Doesn't matter if it's wrong, but let's find out. Maybe it's not. Basketball for Michael Jordan.
Oh, good.
It's right. Goes down to 57. Taking your total up to 99. Very well done.
Yeah, absolutely right. 1 in 84, and then again in 92 as part of the Dream Team.
Thank you very much indeed, Richard. Now then, Angela. Welcome back to Pointless.
Thank
Tell us
you.
more about yourself, Angela.
Well, myself and Michael, we took part in a world record attempt.
Did
which
you
was-
manage to get it?
We did, along with 1,000 other people, I might add.
Fair
Doing
enough, though.
the Charleston for 5 minutes or longer,
It's not an easy dance, the Charleston.
fully dressed in all the
In all the
attire.
proper stuff. That's amazing. Where did you do it?
In Bexhill.
Wow. With all the other
With all the-
998.
We did get the record, and we held it for nearly a year, I think, wasn't it?
Wow.
Yeah. And then Australia took it.
Oh, that's just so annoying. Oh, you have to do it again. Just get more people back. Everyone bring a friend, and it'll be fine. Well, Angela, there you are. You're on 61. You're also through to the next round. Doesn't matter what you score. What are you going to go for on this board?
Unfortunately, the 3 that I did know have already been taken.
Ah,
So I'm going to have to take a real stab in the dark and say Jay Jones boxing.
Jade Jones, boxing, says Angela. Let us see if that's right. Let's see how many people said it. There's no red line. You're already through. No, not boxing for Jade Jones on this occasion. I'm afraid that's incorrect. Scores you 100 points, takes your total up to 161.
Yeah, you're in the right area, though. Taekwondo, Jade Jones. Taekwondo. They call her the headhunter because her favourite move is kicking her opponent's heads.
That's nice. Oh, that is nice.
Sean White is a snowboarder. Very well done if you knew that. He was
Appropriate
scored
name.
8 points. Oh, yeah. Good point. Valentina Vezzali. She's a fencer, Valentina Vezzali. She would have scored you 2 points. And Felix Savant is a boxer. He's the boxer on the board. And would have scored you 5 points. So the best answer on the board there, Valentina Vezzali.
Thank you very much indeed, Richard. And that brings us to the end of our first round, and it means, I'm afraid, Matty and Jeanette, we have to say goodbye to you. I'm so sorry. It's been lovely having you here.
But at least we got to round 2.
You
on
did
1.
get to round. Anyway, thank you very much indeed for playing, Matty and Jeanette. But for the remaining 3 pairs, it's now time for round 2. And there we are, suddenly down to 3 pairs. Hats off, Anthony and Daisy, our lowest combined scorers in that first round. Matt, our lowest individual scorer. Look at that, Laura Trott. Amazing. Very, very well done. Keep that up. Oh, there's a trophy with your name all over it. Best of luck to all 3 pairs. Our category for round 2 today is... Oh, it's a words round. Can you all decide in your pairs? Who's going to go first? Who's going to go second? And whoever's going first, please step up to the podium. OK, let's find out what the question is. Here it comes. We gave 100 people 100 seconds to name as many words ending R-O-N as they could. Richard.
Yeah, we're looking for any word in the English language that ends R-O-N. Please, as always, no hyphenated words, no proper nouns. And our source now is the Chambers Dictionary app. I'm going to predict your answer as well, as always.
Yes,
Slightly trickier, this one.
Yes.
I don't have an immediate one for you.
No, no, no. Yes, go on.
OK.
Angela.
My mind seems to have gone a blank, I'm afraid, so all I can think of is something really obvious, which is iron.
Iron, says Angela. Let's see how many of our 100 people said iron. Iron is right. Down it goes to 44. 44 for iron.
And that really does end in R-O-N.
It just does.
To be fair, it really does.
Yeah, yeah.
That's 75% R-O-N.
Daisy.
My mind has gone completely blank as well. I really don't know. Tron? I don't even think that's a word.
Let's find out. Tron. Is that a word? It is a word, Daisy. 44 is the only score we had, and you passed that a while ago. There we are, down to 12. Very well done.
Yeah, it is a word. It's a public weighing machine, a Tron.
Wow.
You knew that.
I had no idea. I was thinking of the movie Tron.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Well, that's exactly.
Oh, we knew that.
And I think our 12 people were thinking of that.
Yeah, I think they were as well.
well.
It's a Scottish word, so yeah, that's nice, isn't it?
Nice. Thank you very much indeed. Now then, Kyle.
I can only think of an element. Boron?
Boron. Why not? Let's see what happens when we say boron. That is what happens. 44 is our high score, 12 is our low. Down to 9. Very well done, Kyle.
Well played, Kyle. Yeah, non-metallic element, boron. There's 2 elements we've had now.
I know.
And Tron.
Public weighing machine.
It's a Scottish word, yeah.
I mean, in Scotland, they have public weighing machines on every street.
Oh, mate, they're crazy for public weighing machines.
They just go, mainly because there's a seat there, like sort of jockey's weighing
they just sit there it's endlessly.
They sit there. Oh.
They're all sitting on Trons all day.
Oh, on the Trons.
Aren't they just?
Oh, they get Tron blains.
They do, don't they?
From sitting on the Trons.
They get deep vein thrombosis.
Oh, that's right. Terrible thrombosis.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
If you are in Scotland and you've heard of a Tron, I don't think even you've heard of a Tron, have you?
Thank you very much. Well, just before we come back down the line, let's look at those scores. Once again, the accidental low scorers, or maybe not so accidental, on the far podium, Kyle and Matt, very much at the top of the field there. Kyle and Matt on 9, then 12 is where we find Daisy and Anthony, 44 is where we find Angela and Michael. You're a little bit ahead there, Michael. So, yeah, just a slightly lower score from you might even things up. Good luck with that. We're going to come back down the line now. Will the second players please step up to the podium? Matt. Now, remember, we're looking for words found in the Chambers Dictionary that end in the letters R-O-N.
Yeah, I've got a few, just deciding how risky to go.
Well, you know what my advice is always.
We'll play it safe-ish. I'll go...
Sorry.
Play it safe-ish. I'll go neuron.
Neuron. I'd take back the... that's a good answer. Neuron. Here's your red line. If you can get below that with neuron, you're straight into the next round. How many people said neuron? Neuron's right. Very well done indeed. Danny goes to 12. Not bad at all. Takes your total up to 21.
Very well played. Yeah, if you've got someone at work called Ron and then someone else joins who's also called Ron, you call them old Ron and new Ron.
Thank you very much indeed, Richard. Now, Anthony.
It's a tough one, but I think I'm going to go for a bit of a rude word. I'm going to go for moron.
Phew, I was wondering how rude we were going on the spectrum, but no, that's OK. Moron. Yes, moron. Well, boron did so well. I mean, let's see. There's your red line, Anthony. How many of our 100 people said moron? Well done. You're through. Oh, just 27. Just what you needed. Beautiful economy there. 39 is your total.
And that's, again, if you're on a real drive to get new people on, you've got old Ron, new Ron, and then more Ron comes in, so it's... Yeah.
Thank you very much indeed, Richard. Now then, Michael, I'm afraid you are the high scorers even before you've given your answer. So there will be no red line for you.
OK.
What are you going to go for?
I was just going to say hydron.
Hydron. Hydron. That's presumably how you make room for moron.
That's what happens when the Queen comes around.
All right.
Oh, my God, you got to hide Ron.
OK, no red line for you. Let's see how far down the column we get with hydron. Oh, no! Oh, I thought that was going to be the most wonderful parting shot there. Well, it was a wonderful parting shot, but of the other kind. I'm afraid that scores you 100 points, takes your total up to 144.
It's the sort of thing you would put money... there's thousands of words on this list, but hydron is absolutely the sort of thing you would think would be a word.
Yeah.
But it's not for various reasons. Do you have an answer?
I do, yes. I've gone for flatiron.
Interesting. Interesting.
Did you put gridiron down for me? Or no?
No,
you did gridiron.
For you.
Oh, that was... Yeah.
Wow. Flatiron.
There you are.
Flatiron would have scored you 3. And gridiron, my terrible idea, would have scored 7.
Oh, there we are.
But it's good, though.
No, it's better than
Nearly. Nearly gotcha.
Yeah.
I'll go through some low scorers here. Chevron would have scored you 10. Micron, that would have scored you 6 points. You'd have got 4 for oxymoron. Other moron.
That's good.
Squadron would have scored you 4. Environ would have scored 3. Hadron, as in the Hadron Collider, would have scored you 3. Magnetron would have scored you 2. And then there's all the shapes.
Of course.
So there's loads and loads of good shapes. Dodecahedron would have been a pointless answer. There's a killiahedron, which is a 1,000-sided shape.
That's too many sides.
That is too many sides. Too many sides. It's a pointless answer, though.
Oh, wow.
Ephemeron, which is the singular of ephemera. Longeron, which is the tallest Ron in your office. Nephron, which is Ron's nephew, wants to come and work with you. He's just in work experience. He's absolutely fine. Omicron, Plastron.
That's the Christmas party.
Yeah. Samantron, we won't go into that. Tetrahedron and Vigneron as well. Very well done if you said any of those. Iron, unsurprisingly, the highest score up there, I'm afraid. Podium 1, though, isn't it?
There we are, podium 1. It's always the curse on the words round, I'm afraid. Thank you very much indeed, Richard. At the end of our second round, we have to say goodbye to another pair, and Michael and Angela, I'm afraid it is you. You'll be back next time for your third and final shot at the Pointless Jackpot, and we'll look forward to that very much. But meantime, thank you so much, Michael and Angela. But for the remaining 2 pairs, it's now time for the head-to-head. Huge congratulations, Anthony and Daisy, Matt and Kyle. You are now one step closer to the final and a chance to play for that jackpot, which currently stands at £1,000. But before we play the head-to-head, shall we see if we can't chuck some more money into that jackpot pile by finding some pointless answers? We're going to give you a list. Here goes. We gave 100 people 100 seconds to name as many European rivers as they could. Richard?
Yeah, 6 rivers on the board. As always, 2 of them are pointless answers. No one mentioned them. 2 of them, however, we've made up. So can you find the pointless answers? 250 quid for each one.
Thank you very much indeed. Let's reveal our 6 potential rivers. 2 of them made up, of course, 2 of them pointless. We have Skarsgård, Prut, Vistula, Ebro, Molinsky, and Ida. There we are, 6 possible pointless rivers. I suggest you speak out loud and pool your knowledge.
Skarsgård's an actor.
Yeah. I'm pretty certain Ida is a river.
Yeah, and maybe
I'm not sure about any of these.
Ebro? I've never heard of
Is it
any of
visual
them.
an operation?
No, that's
about the other
visual.
one? I have no idea at all. No idea on the other four.
Yeah, no.
No.
Should we just go Ebro and then maybe Ida?
Say Ida.
OK, Anthony and Daisy, what are you going to go?
Ebro?
Ebro, the River Ebro. Let's find out. Is it a pointless river? It's a river.
Doing well.
That's definitely the first thing it has to be. Oh, down to 3. Ah, there we are. Still, well, that's good. Matt and Kyle, what are you going to go for?
Well, I think I've heard of Ida, so let's ignore that. I think I've heard of Vistula, actually. Should we go Malinsky? Yeah. Why not? Malinsky.
Malinsky, the River Malinsky. Let's see if that is a pointless river. Oh, bad luck, I'm afraid. Not a river. There we are.
Yeah, unlucky. It's actually Joan Rivers' real name, Malinsky. Sorry about that. It's interesting. You said you'd heard of Ida, and Ida's what I wouldn't have gone for it, but Ida is one of the pointless answers up there. Really? Amazingly, I wouldn't have gone for it at all. Skarsgård, Daisy, you're quite right. The actor, he played River, Stennis Skarsgård, in a detective series. So he was incorrect as well. And Prut and Vistula, one of them's pointless.
I've heard of Vistula. I think Prut, therefore, must be.
Yeah, Vistula is in Poland, and Prut is on the border between Romania and Moldova, and is a pointless answer. Well done if you said Prut and Ida. Prut and Ida.
Thank you very much indeed. Well, bad luck. You didn't find any pointless answers, but nothing lost there. It was just a bit of fun. Let's play the head-to-head. First pair to win 2 questions. We'll be playing for that jackpot. Best of luck to both pairs. You're now allowed to chat before you give your answers. Here comes our first question, and it is all about animals swimming. Richard.
That's nice, isn't it? 5 pictures now of animals swimming, but not like animals that normally swim.
I was going to say, there's not fish. That'd be quite
I don't think yeah, exactly. But then we would probably just say fish.
Yeah.
Fish
in their natural element.
Exactly. So this is animals you wouldn't expect to be swimming.
Swimming.
Yeah, but that was too big to fit on the board.
Yeah. OK. Animals swimming. Thanks, Richard. Let's reveal our 5 animals swimming. A. B. M. C. M. D. G. A. And E. S.
It's interesting because often when we have animals, especially animals doing things, they're very, very cute.
Yeah.
I would say that board is quite nightmarish.
Yes, I think that's probably true.
Don't you think?
Yes. There's not...
I was waiting for a cute one, and it did not arrive.
No, you're right. The stuff of nightmares, yes.
We should have called around that.
Yeah. OK. Anthony and Daisy, you're our golden couple, our low scorers throughout the show. So you get to go first. What are your thoughts?
We know a couple of them, but...
I'm not sure.
I think maybe
one or the other. D?
I think D, giant anteater.
Giant anteater?
Yeah.
OK, D, giant anteater. Say Anthony and Daisy. Now, Matt and Kyle, talk us through the rest of these swimming animals.
Yeah, so A is armadillo, B is a moose, E, I'm not sure. I mean, it could be an aerial shot of a sloth, fits the letters. But I think we're going to go with C, which is muntjac.
Muntjac, OK. Muntjac. So we have got giant anteater and muntjac. Anthony and Daisy have gone for giant anteater. Let's see how many of our 100 people said that for D. Down that goes to 38. Very well done indeed. Meanwhile, Matt and Kyle have gone for muntjac for C. Let's see if that's right. How many of our 100 people said it? Muntjac. It wins you the point. Very well done indeed, Matt and Kyle. 14 for muntjac, which means after one question, you're up 1-0.
Yeah, it's very well played. That's the best answer on the board. Muntjac could not have beaten it. They called it the barking deer as well.
They're hilarious animals because they're only about that big.
They're cute, right?
They're very sweet.
Yeah. I didn't know they swam.
I'm not sure that one knew it swam either.
This feels like what I imagine Kyle and Matt's front room to look like. Just full of various terrified taxidermy animals.
Do you know what, though? B, I think that's a very serene and rather beautiful photograph,
Yes,
isn't it?
that's
I mean,
a nice
that's,
one.
I can imagine it in its head. That moose is just going boom, 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 boom. No.
You're talking like a man who's just about to go for an audition for a cartoon about a swimming moose.
Oh, write the cartoon. Yeah.
Moose on the loose.
Moose on the loose.
That moose is really on the loose.
That is on the loose.
A, you're quite right, was an armadillo. I mean, that's 57 points for that. It's not the most flattering. I wouldn't use it as my passport photo if I was an armadillo.
Not my spotlight photograph.
Yeah.
No.
But listen, that's fine. I imagine the armadillo didn't have a choice. And B is a moose, you're quite right. Would have scored 67. And the last one, it's not a sloth.
I think it looks. I mean, it looks quite familiar, like I don't know, like I was going to say like an otter, but it's. You know.
It is like an otter.
Yeah.
It's like an otter. It's a British animal.
Stoat.
Stoat.
Stoat. It
Yeah,
is a stoat.
it's a stoat. There you go. And stoat would have scored you 23 points.
There you go. Yeah. Thank you very much indeed. Well, here comes your second question. Anthony and Daisy, you have to win this one to stay in the game because Matt and Kyle get to answer it first. So that's going to be a bit of an uphill struggle there. So good luck. Our second question is all about lights. Richard.
Yep, 5 questions somehow involved with light or lights. So we answer the question, how many contestants does it take to answer a light question?
Answer 4.
Exactly.
Well, let's see. Let's put that to the test. Here are your 5 clues to light facts. We've got... Tennyson's The Charge of the Light Brigade commemorates the heroism of soldiers in this 1853 to 56 war. The phrase, let there be light, comes from the 3rd verse of this book of the Bible. South African-born keyboardist whose Earth band had a UK top 10 hit in 1976 with Blinded by the Light. Letter of the alphabet that represents the speed of light in Einstein's famous equation that relates to mass and energy. And British actor who starred as the tramp in the 1931 silent film City Lights. OK, Matt and Kyle get to go first.
OK. Think we know a few, but we're going to go with the British actor as Charlie Chaplin.
Charlie Chaplin, say Matt and Kyle. Now then, Anthony and Daisy, over to you. We throw the board open.
We're
Talk
not
us
really
through.
sure on any of them. We can't figure out what the letter for light is.
I think we could see, but we're not sure.
Yeah, we're going to go for the phrase "let there be light" comes from Genesis.
Genesis. So we have Charlie Chaplin and we have Genesis. Matt and Kyle went for Charlie Chaplin. Let's see if that's right for City Lights. How many of our 100 said it? It's right. Where is it going to end up? Charlie Chaplin, 29. 29. Meanwhile, Anthony and Daisy have gone for Genesis for the book of the Bible. Let there be light. How many of our 100 people said Genesis? It too is right. Oh, it's going to be close. Oh, look at that, 31 for Genesis. Matt and Kyle, though, very, very well done indeed. After only 2 questions, you are through to the final 2-0.
Well played, gents. The second show in a row where we've had 2 first-time couples in this thing as well. So it's very nicely done, winning on your first show. Yeah, I think you were tempted to go for the Einstein one, Anthony.
C, yeah. Wasn't too sure about letter.
What would you have gone for?
C.
C, well, that's what I was thinking. So E equals MC squared, and the M and the E are already there, and mass and energy. C was the correct answer, and would have won you the points. So it would have been 18. Unlucky. You'll be back on the next show later.
I hope so, yeah.
The Tennyson's Charge of the Light Brigade was...
Crimean War. Balaclava.
Would have scored you 22, and the keyboardist?
No, I don't know the answer.
It's Manfred Mann's Earth Band. So
Oh,
Manfred
I
Mann is
see.
the answer.
He's
Manfred Mann. And he would have scored you 12 points. Best answer on the board.
Thank you very much indeed. So the pair leaving us at the end of the head-to-head round, Anthony and Daisy, second time in a row, actually. It's been our golden couple leaving without a point on their board. But it's great news for us, because it means you come back next show.
Thank you.
Otherwise, it would all have been over. May fly like. Thanks so much for playing, Anthony and Daisy. But for Matt and Kyle, it is now time for the pointless fight. Oh, very well done, Matt and Kyle. Just in one show, you've seen off all the competition and made it through to the final. You've won our coveted Pointless trophy. You now have a chance to win the Pointless jackpot. And at the end of today's show, the jackpot is standing at £1,000. There it is. But as I say, smash and grab. In you come. Oh, I'll have that. And off you go. What's going to help you win that jackpot? What do you need to see come up?
Famous last words, but I suppose Shakespeare.
Oh, you don't want famous last words? I think
No,
you were going to say.
famous last
Okay, I see what you mean.
No,
Because
no.
famous last words would be a great category. We've probably had it.
Probably, hopefully, already
Yeah.
gone.
Yeah.
No, Shakespeare, maybe London,
Maybe
geography, art view.
Yeah, maybe arts, history, maybe.
Antiques.
Yeah,
Antiques.
antiques.
Yeah, strange taxidermy things.
Yeah.
Well, your choices today are artistic movements, cherries, films featuring members of famous double acts, and 1980s female pop singers. What do we think?
You can be able to do artistic
We
movements.
can do that,
Or I'm not gonna be able to do
the
it.
pop music.
Again, that's all on you.
Oh, God.
Films we suck at.
Yeah. Should we just try it?
Do you want to do
Or
80s
should
or
we
art?
try art? Are you better at art?
No. Should we do art?
Yeah, OK, we'll give art a go.
Okay, why not? Apparently
We'll
we're
give
doing artistic
movements.
Artistic movements.
We'll try.
Okay, very best of luck, gents. We are looking for anyone in the collection of the National Portrait Gallery who fits one of these categories, please. So it has to be listed in their website under members of the Young British Artists Movement, under the Arts and Crafts Movement, or under the World War II Official War Artists. So any artists in those three movements, and we're going by the National Portrait Gallery website. And it can be a creator or subject of a piece of art in any of those three categories.
Thank you very much indeed. Now, as always, you've got up to a minute to come up with 3 answers. All you need to win that jackpot is for just one of your answers to be pointless. Are you ready?
As we'll ever be.
Yeah.
OK, let's put 60 seconds up on the clock. There they are. Your time starts now.
Do you know the Young British Artists?
I can only think of a sculpture, like Chapman Brothers.
Chapman Brothers, but they don't paint.
No.
It's Tracy Emin, doesn't it?
Yeah,
Paints
Tracy.
a YBA.
Tracy Emin, maybe.
Should we go with it? Why not?
Yeah.
It can be a subject as well. Do you know any World War II ones? Do you know anything
World
on
War II? No, nothing on World War II.
There must be a
at
painting
all.
of Montgomery.
Yeah.
General Montgomery, there must
that'd
be.
be fine.
Kitchener, there'd be a painting of him,
Arts and
surely.
Crafts movement.
Lord knows.
I'm just thinking like the Art Nouveau era
Any artists?
artist. I really cannot remember any artists.
No? Any other Young British artists? I don't even know when the Young British Artists Movement was. I'm just British and they were young ones.
Andy Warhol, yeah.
And
10 seconds.
was one of them?
Yeah, let's go for that.
Yeah? Okay, that's bound to be pointless, isn't it? No one's heard of Andy Warhol. And then Kitchener or Montgomery.
OK, that is your time up. Let's have your 3 answers. What are you going to go for?
So Young British artists will go Andy Warhol.
Andy
Oh,
Warhol.
no, he's not British, is he?
He's not, no, but we've said him now. Let's go with it. Tracy Emin.
Tracy Emin.
And then World War II, we'll go with there being a picture of Lord Kitchener.
Lord Kitchener. OK, of those 3, which is your best shot at a pointless answer?
Kitchener?
OK, Kitchener goes last. Least likely to be pointless?
Oh, Andy Warhol.
Andy Warhol, and then we put Tracy Emin in the middle. OK, well, let's put those answers up on the board in that order then. And here they are. We have got Andy Warhol, Tracy Emin, and Kitchener. Well, good luck. 3 answers on the board. If one of these turns out to be pointless, you'll be leaving here with £1,000. What would you like to do with it? Matt, you first.
Well, I think in London that'll buy you 2 pints. But otherwise, I think we'd like to go away for a trip, maybe in Europe, off to Berlin again.
Yeah.
That'd be nice.
A couple more flights.
Yeah.
OK, Kyle, anything else you want to add to that?
No, just probably put it towards the next trip to Berlin, so...
Very nice indeed. Well, in the first 2 cases, we are looking for young British artists. You've gone for Andy Warhol for your first one. If it's pointless, Andy Warhol will win you £1,000. How many people said Andy Warhol? Is it right? No, I'm afraid an incorrect answer there. I think you knew that was incorrect, in fact, shortly after you gave it.
Yes.
Oh, well, let's hope nobody said your next answer, Tracy Emin. Again, it's young British artists we are looking for. How many of our 100 people said Tracy Emin? If she's pointless, £1,000 is yours. Well, Tracy Emin is right. Down we go. Your first answer, Andy Warhol, was incorrect, but Tracy Emin now takes us down through the teens into not quite single figures. 10 for Tracy Emin. On to your third and final answer, and in this case we are looking for subject matter as well as actual artists, and we've gone for the World War II official war artists. And you've gone for Kitchener as subject matter. Let us find out if that is right, and if it is, let's see if it's pointless for £1,000. Kitchener. No bad luck. Well, you had a good crack at it, and you got one right. You knew a few names as you were chatting through there, but I'm afraid you didn't manage to come up with an answer that scored you the all-important pointless result. So I'm afraid you don't win today's jackpot, but you get to take home a trophy, so very well done.
Yeah, absolutely. So we had 4 wins in a row, but not 5. Yeah, during the 60 seconds, you said the Chapman brothers, both Jake and Dinos Chapman, were pointless answers. Would have won you the money. But the 60 seconds tends to panic one, right? It's Kitchener died in 1916, so
I realised after I said
it. Yeah, and where do we begin with Andy Warhol? I mean, young British artist. I'll give it. He was an artist.
Yeah. Of
those 3 words, he was there. He was that. Gents, I'll take you through the pointless answers in the different categories. We will start with the young British artists. 3 Turner Prize winners here. Chrissa Philly was a pointless answer. Gillian Waring as well. Rachel Whiteread, the first woman to win the Turner Prize with House. Jenny Saville, fans of the Manic Street Preachers will know her because they use her paintings on the covers of many of their albums. Other answers, Gavin Turk is a pointless answer. Mark Quinn, Mark Wallinger, Sam Taylor-Johnson, Sarah Lucas, both pointless answers as well. The only 2 people who scored points at all were Tracy Emin and Damien Hirst. They both scored 10 points there. Now, arts and crafts movement. May Morris, the designer and craftswoman, was a pointless answer. Joseph Southall, Gertrude Jekyll, who was a gardener as much as an artist as well. Edwin Lutyens, also famous as an architect and estate designer. The only people who scored points there were Charles Rennie Mackintosh, Gabrielle Rossetti, John Ruskin and William Morris. Everything else is a pointless answer. There are some very famous names in this World War II official war artist, not known necessarily as war artists. Some of these names, Henry Moore, as well as being a sculptor, did amazing work in the Second World War, did beautiful things in the London Underground, down in the tubes. Edis Lowry, Mervyn Peake, known better as a writer, but he was a war artist as well. Stanley Spencer, who depicted both World Wars. The only person to score points at all there was John Piper. Everything else is a pointless answer. Very, very well done if you've got any of those at home. Unlucky in the studio. What a brilliant performance. But in that 60 seconds.
Yeah.
Super tough, isn't it?
Thank you very much, Richard. And thank you, Matt and Kyle. You've done phenomenally well. I'm just sorry you didn't get to win our jackpot today. That'll therefore roll over onto the next show, when we will be playing for £2,000. Join us then to see if someone can win it. Meanwhile, it's goodbye from Richard.
Goodbye.
And it's goodbye from me. Goodbye.